Next topic is functions. Next topic is functions. Basically, to work with functions, by the way, what are functions? Independent block of codes that can be called repeatedly. Okay, perfect. So you can repeatedly call the entire function multiple times, doesn't matter how many times you call it. Okay. When you talk about functions, basically there are two types of functions. When you talk about functions, basically function types. Okay. One is called basic functions and the other one is called advanced functions. Okay. There's a very thin line between basic function and advanced function. Okay. Basic function is something like which you'll be able to provide the basic functionality. Okay. So you call a function and it will do the job, that's it. But if I need to pass some parameters, if I need to pass some arguments, if I need to filter something, those kind of things cannot be done by basic functions. Because of that only we have advanced functions. Okay. You can convert advanced function. See, if you want to understand advanced function, the simplest approach is advanced function equals to basic function plus additional parameters. That's the basic definition of advanced function. So it will be a basic function only, but you can add few things and it will automatically turn into advanced. So we will look into both the categories one by one. Okay. Now to work with basic function. To work with basic function. Simple approach is you have to use the keyword called function. Hold on. Can you see this entire color properly? It's a little bit light blue something, right? See what happens now. Notice? Can you see the difference in the color now? So when you have written half part, it is basically a normal text. But when the entire name is completed, now it is a reserved keyword. Okay. And because of that only you can see now there is a like red line under N. That means it is expecting something now. Okay. So what it is actually expecting, it is basically the function name. Okay. If I keep my mouse on top of it, see, missing name after function keyword. So generally it could be any name of your choice, whatever you want. You can give any name over here. But being a PowerShell guy, it is always advised to go for verb dash noun format. It is recommended. Like for example, if you are writing a program to print hello world, okay, I can give the name over here get hyphen message or get hyphen hello message. Something like this. Okay. It's not mandatory. Again, I'm telling it is not at all mandatory. You can give whatever name you want, but it is recommended to go for it. Now, why it is recommended? Any idea? Okay. Anything else? Okay. That is one thing. No doubt with that. No, it's not a basic syntax. Basic syntax is a name is required. How you write it, what you write it doesn't matter. This particular method is required so that in future, if you take the same function and convert that into your own commandlet. Remember, commandlets have a same parameter, verb hyphen noun, correct? So that is the reason it is expected like that. Got it now? You can go for one word, you can go for any word of your choice, but it is recommended that you should have You should follow this kind of practice. Clear to everyone till here? So now I'll go with the scope of the function. Okay. Now here, if I just write, okay, let's say a simple line, write hyphen host. Come on. Okay. Write hyphen host. Hello world. Okay. And here, that's it. Now even see here, if I just call this much, you can see it's not printing anything, because here the function is only defined but never called. You have to call the function. But now see the beauty of it. Now this function has been executed. This function is sitting on the RAM right now. So I don't have to go for this particular also. I can directly write get hyphen. See what happens. Sorry. Can you see that? It is treating my function as a commandlet automatic. This is the reason why it is recommended. Got it now? I can do this, hit enter, it says hello world. Or I can directly write here as well. Get hyphen, and then you run the entire code. It works flawlessly. Got both the approaches, what exactly is happening over here? Okay, now write it. Now if you keep running this hello message, this particular line 15, it will keep printing the data one by one. It needs to be just loaded only once. That's it. But now, let's say I actually get something like that to work with. So basically we are talking about passing the argument within the function. Now most of you, those who have done programming, they know the basic old concepts where you define function, your function name, and then brackets like this, and then you call the function name with that particular parameter, right? That's not the right way. That's not the PowerShell way. This is good enough for other programming languages, no doubt with that. But we can't proceed further with this particular approach in PowerShell. We should not. Then in that case, what we have to do? Simple. What was the task? Okay. Get get message, bracket start, bracket close. And then basically you call the function. Any doubt with this one? So I told you there are limitations of basic functions. Okay, what you have tried, basically it's the same approach only. You use the brackets and then in the bracket you have passed the value. PowerShell accepts it. That's a different way, but the actual way should be a different approach, the PowerShell approach. In this particular basic function will not be able to perform those kind of things, so we need to convert this basic function into now advanced function. Okay, I can simply go with this entire word. I can convert this entire basic into an advanced function by just adding one parameter here called param. Param, not parameter, param. And this param requires this square bracket. Sorry, the regular brackets. Got it? Uh, to accept the arguments, parameters from the function. Now here what I have to do is, now I have to write one variable name. I have to write one variable name over here. Only the name. Let's say variable name will be dollar name. Dollar name. If you want, you can define the data type also. It is gonna be a string type. Got it now? Now see the beauty of PowerShell. Get message. Look here, everyone. Space dash. PowerShell automatically understood that now I have to pass name parameter. Whatever parameter you define over here, the same will be available over here. Just to prove my point, Joker. I've just given a name over here. Got it? So basically, whatever name you write over here, the same will be accepted over here. And then whatever name you want to pass. Okay. Now inside the function, I need to write the actual code that will basically print the data. Write hyphen host hello dollar name. Now when I run the code, there we go. If I just replace this data with, let's say, yes, spelling ANUSHKO. See, see. So function is same, but just with the help of this param keyword, now you are able to do the exact same thing. Got it now? That's the PowerShell. Now, let's say this is the same function only, but this time I forgot to call, or I forgot to provide the parameter. I forgot to provide the parameter. What will happen? It will work, it will give error, don't know. When you basically go with this kind of approach and then you forgot to mention any parameter, but still you go for it, it gives you something like this. That is the default problem with PowerShell. This time you have not given the variable, the parameter name, so it simply executed the code. Now imagine I wanted to perform some production level scripting. I forgot to mention the entire, the most important parameter only. Maybe I wanted to ping, but I forgot the website name only. Getting the point? So these kind of miss can happen. You can miss something during this entire part. So the advanced PowerShell gives you the ability to basically block these kind of issues. To do that, the only thing you have to do in this line number 4 inside param is you have to define something called as parameter. You have to define something called as parameter. And parameter name will be mandatory equals dollar true. Now what you did basically, you want this particular, you want this entire variable. Now see, the length got increased, that's fine. But now when I try to run the code without function, see what happens this time. You can see that it's not giving me the output, it is asking me, okay, supply value for the following parameters. I'll write here and it says it can be bypassed, it's not a problem. Okay, even if I go ahead and just write like this, you can see here, but it is looking for a value. Got it now? That's the beauty of advanced PowerShell. Sometimes let's say there's a non-technical guy who ran the script. Now he don't know which name, my name, your name, computer name, okay, which name to be right over here. So how can we help these kind of people? We can provide the help message over here. I'll stop the code, and inside this parameter only, comma, help message equals to write your name. And now when I run this entire, you can see type exclamatory question mark for help. So exclamatory question mark, enter what it says, write your name. That's the beauty of advanced functions. Now you got the difference. Now imagine if the same thing needs to be done using the old approach. Old programming approach. You gather the variable, then you validate whether the variable is empty or non-empty. If empty, then you ask user. The same thing was done only within one single line. Got it now? Okay, now do it. So here what you can do is basically, if this is the task to work with, function something like get add nums. Some name has to be given. Okay, it's not mandatory that you have to make it very understandable names only. Okay, now here what I need to do, I need to use the param keyword, and basically in param I want to give two integers, $a and $b. Okay, if you want to make it mandatory, you know the drill, you know what needs to be done. Okay, if it is not clear, I can just copy the same thing and put it over here. Obviously I'm not gonna go with this entire this time. Okay, so I made it sorry, mandatory, and $c equals to $a plus $b, and then right hyphen host total of $a and $b is $c. Simple. Okay, once you understood the concept, then it becomes really very easy and simple. So now see, I forgot to give the number, so I'll give 12, 45 and 57. Okay, so in this particular program, notice here that we have function name, and just below that we have param keyword. Now remember one thing, whenever you are using this param keyword, you cannot write anything between these two. You cannot write anything. Right now I'll run the program. Hold on. $A, 10, $B, 20. And I'm running the program. See, everything is looking good. No problem at all. But the moment I write anything like CLS, basically that's my habit of writing CLS every time. I just wrote this. Can you see param color got changed? That is number one. Even if you now run it, see what it says. The term param is not recognized as command. Got the meaning of it? So there you cannot write anything. Actually, there's one line that can be written. That is gonna be our next part. Okay, but ideally nothing can be written between function, keyword function and param. Nothing. You should not write anything. Okay, you cannot write anything between this. Okay, that's a basic behavior. The moment I remove it, you can see the color got changed, and run it again, it works flawlessly. Okay, so this is what you have to understand over here. Now I told that yes, we can write one single line between these two. Okay, so okay, let me introduce a new function. Function, let's say get validate. So I'm creating a new function called get validate. Okay, and here, by the way, okay, by the way, whatever functions I have created till now, where they are stored, any idea? Can we see all the functions that are created as of now? How? What all functions, either built-in or custom functions that are created, that are sitting on the RAM, I want to list all of them. Is there a way to find it out? Yes, there is a way. Okay, so I'll run this entire. It does not make any sense, but that's fine. But my function is now sitting in the RAM right now. To do that, what you can do is you can use either ls command or get hyphen child item command. Okay, ls is basically a Linux based command, we know that. Now you have to use the keyword function colon backslash. Okay, can you see this? Can you see this? My previous function, one more was there: get message, get my date, get my ip header, get adnums. So this is the command, this is the way how you can find out all the running functions on your system. Okay, now let's assume that you want to create some sort of script where you accept only limited keywords. You allow only limited keywords to enter, nothing else. Imagine how you can do with your regular programming. You have to pass parameters. To pass parameter, remember that keyword param? So right now it is accepting everything. Even if I write 123 hello 123, it will be printing. But I don't want that. Now I want only limited values to be injected into my code. Think of a normal way how exactly it can be achieved. Pretty hard, right? If you actually want to think programmatically, you have to take all the words which are allowed, store it somewhere in an array or within a file. Whenever user is inserting any keyword, verify if it matches, don't allow, or only allow that, and then only it can be used. But that is gonna be pretty long statement. It will be long. Huh. But here, with the help of advanced permissions, advanced functions, this can be done in a very easier manner. How? So till now we have seen we can write the param keyword. Okay, and then that param basically, I am gonna say it is gonna be a string value, and let's say word, dollar word. That's the allowed word I want to use. But if I just follow this one, so it is printing exactly the same thing. But what if okay, I am working for LTI Mindtree right now. But what if I write hello Accenture? If I run it right now, it is giving me what I don't want, but still it is accepted. Okay, so this is the problem with my entire program. Now what I need to do is I need to only allow the limited keywords to be injected into the code. For that, what I have to do is I have to introduce something called as commandlet binding. This is the keyword that can be only written between the function and the param keyword. Apart from this, if you write anything else, it is gonna be an error. Okay, got it till here? Commandlet binding basically is the keyword that converts your basic function into totally advanced function. And our advanced function is basically now it will be capable of controlling the input that you are gonna give. So obviously I don't want Accenture keyword over here. It should not be printing Accenture only. I want only this to be printed. Or maximum, let's say only LTI to be printed. Or LTI M to be printed. So three keywords I only want to allow. Apart from that, nothing can be added. The scenario is clear to everyone what needs to be done over here. Now how to achieve it. So for that, what I have to do now, in commandlet binding, I will be introducing now additional keyword over here, that is validate set. Okay, I have to introduce here something called as validate set. Inside validate set, now here you have to write the keywords that should be allowed. Okay, so I'll go with LTI mind tree, I'll go with LTI, and I'll go with LTIM. Any other name? Okay, so let's try with LTI mind tree first. When you run it, it prints LTI mind tree, no problem. Next, I'll try only LTI, it works. If I go with this time Accenture, can you see? Immediately it gave an error. Now read the error. I've seen most of the time people are scared of the error. The moment they get red stuff, immediately they'll start freaking out. Read it, what it says. Get validate cannot validate argument on parameter word. The argument Accenture does not belong to the set. Now it is telling what is allowed basically over here. Okay. Specified by the validate set attribute, supply so and so, and then try. So clearly it is showing that this Accenture keyword is not allowed over here. This is clear to everyone. This cannot be achieved easily with the help of regular programming. I'm not saying you can't do it. Obviously you can, but you have to apply more programmatical brain over here. But we don't need those things. I can just go with this entire validate set function and I can play along with it. Got it now? Go for it. Now look here guys, some additional things. Okay. So if you want to take credential from a user, you want to take password from a user. As of now, what you know, ठीक है, I'll go with dollar password equals to read hyphen host and enter your password. ठीक है? If I basically do this, it's asking for my password. I'll write my password, and here it is showing everyone what exactly the password I've written, right? And not only this one, even if I now try to read the password, that also can be done. See, it's storing everything in a normal credentials only. So we can't use this particular approach to take the input password input from the user. But what if my script basically requires a password? The simple method is command called get hyphen credential. Get hyphen credential. Let's take this and store this PWD2. Store it in PWD. Clear to everyone? Now when I run only this particular line, see. So you'll type here, username will be, let's say, G2. Password will be, I'm not gonna say. You try to figure it out. Wrong. You got the point, right? And I'll simply click on OK. You will say no problem. G2, I can read the data from PWT. Am I right? No. When you now run it, see, it is showing the username G2. No doubt with that. But see the password. System.security.secure string. So there is no way where with the help of these things you can restore your password. There's one more way. $pwd3 get hyphen credentials. Now here I can give any username of my choice, but this time I want to make sure that only one specific user should be allowed to log in. So I can go with hyphen username, and here I'll give the name training backslash G2. No, it is a domain. Sorry, that's fine. But here also I have to type a message. That's a mandatory thing. Type only your password. Okay. So when I run this line now, can you see what is happening over here? What it says? Type only your password. It has automatically taken my name. Just give the password and done. Now even if I try to recover it back, same thing. It's not gonna work out. See, clear to everyone? So that's how basically you can work with passwords. You can rerun it, it will overwrite. You cannot work with the variable now, but you can rerun the same thing one more time, and again you can type the password over here. See, try it now. There's one more command. Come on, look here, everyone. There's one more command with the help of which, remember that green color completion bar you generally get when you install a software. Okay, so I forgot the command. Hold on. Progress. Write progress. Yeah, that's a command. See, I forgot the command, actual command, but I knew that it ends with progress. Okay, simply get help, write hyphen progress. Help is the shortcut alias for it. But I want to go with online. So when I do this, I'm just using this simple program over here. No need to memorize it. Even I don't do that. Okay. But now see how it happens. What basically it will do. I selected this much. See what is going to happen now. Understood? These type of things can be generated with the help of PowerShell. Clear? So even if you are working on a command line, these kind of things will actually help you.